All right, kiddos. This week we are moving on to science instead of social studies, and we are going to be looking at the Earth, Moon, and Sun as our main topic. So let's go ahead and get on with it. So we know the sun is the center of our solar system, and the planets rotate on their axis and revolve around the sun. So let's talk about specifically the relationships between the Earth, the Moon, and the sun. So what do we know about our solar system? We know that our sun is the center of our solar system and that the planets rotate on their axis and revolve around the sun. Remember, rotating is staying in one place and spinning around like a ballerina, and revolving is to go around. Think of like going around on a track or something, like in a field. Make sure that you copy all of this under your first question in your notes, please. So, life on Earth is the only planet with life. The closeness of the Earth to the Sun and Moon in our solar system impacts life here on Earth. Our interactions and location in relation to the Sun and Moon is the reason why life can exist on Earth, and the reason that we see patterns in the seasons, eclipses, and phases of the Moon. So, our setup is just perfect for having life and for being the only planet to sustain life right now because of our location in our solar system and how close we are and how far away we are actually from the moon, from the sun also. So, questions. What affects life here on Earth? It's the closeness of the Earth to the sun and the moon. And why do we see patterns in the seasons, eclipses, and phases of the moon? Because of our interactions and location in relation to the sun and moon. And make sure that you pause whenever you're ready to copy, or if you need a second with copy in your notes, make sure that you pause the video. You can always go back and replay it again if you don't get all of the information. But because I'm not here to tell you exactly what you need to be copying down, just make sure that you always copy the yellow underneath of each question and just go ahead and copy all of it. So let's talk about the sun. So our sun is an average size yellow star. It's approximately, which means just about 4.5 billion years old. Don't let average size fool you though. It's about 110 times the diameter of the Earth. So that means from one side to the other, if you were to go around it, from like in the middle, it's about 110 times bigger than the Earth. It's so large, over 1 million Earths could fit inside of it. Like all other stars, the sun is a ball of hot gases, specifically hydrogen and helium, and it gives off heat and light. Temperatures on its surface can reach 5,500 degrees Celsius, which is 9,900 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow, that's warm. So here are your questions. What is the sun? An average-sized yellow star. What makes up the sun? Hot gases, specifically hydrogen and helium. Please go ahead and copy all of that down in your notes. So, Earth's surface. Earth is constantly changing. Unlike the other three inner planets, our other terrestrial planets, that is, it has large amounts of life-supporting water and an oxygen-rich atmosphere. Earth's protective atmosphere blocks out most of the sun's damaging rays. With its oxygen-rich atmosphere and life-supporting water, scientists believe that Earth is the only planet that is home to living organisms. So because of our atmosphere and because of the fact that we have water, we are able to have living things here on Earth. So here are our questions. How is Earth different from the other three inner planets or terrestrial planets? It has large amounts of life-supporting water and oxygen-rich atmosphere. And why can people live on Earth? Because it has an oxygen-rich atmosphere and life-supporting water. So, same thing. What do scientists believe? That it is the only planet that is home to living organisms. Pause this if you need to in order to get your notes down. So the last thing we're going to talk about is our moon. So revolving around our planet is a gray rocky satellite we call the moon. Compared to Earth, the moon has 1/80th of Earth's mass and 1/4 the diameter of Earth. This means that if the Earth were the size of a basketball, the moon would be about the size of a tennis ball. So, like the Earth, the moon does not produce its own light, and its surface is made up of mountains, valleys, and plains. Unlike the Earth, it has no water. It is also missing an atmosphere. That means temperatures on the moon's surface are extreme. During the day, temperatures can reach 220 degrees Fahrenheit or 104 degrees Celsius. At night, temperatures can drop to a deadly negative 279 degrees Fahrenheit or negative 173 degrees Celsius. With its extreme temperatures, virtually no atmosphere, and little water, the moon is not able to support life. We have no little green moon men. So here are your questions. What is the moon? A gray rocky satellite that revolves around our planet. How big is the moon? It has 1/80th of Earth's mass and is 1/4 the diameter of Earth. How is the moon similar to the Earth? Neither one produces its own light. Both surfaces are made up of mountains, valleys, and plains. How is the moon different from the Earth? It has no water or atmosphere. Why can't people live on the moon? It has extreme temperatures, virtually no atmosphere, and no water. Make sure you get everything copied for your notes, please, and pause if you need to. And our very last slide, we have just a basic SOL question. Which of the following solar system bodies is almost 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit on its surface? And here we have a picture of the sun, little teeny tiny moon, and little teeny tiny Earth. I'll give you a hint. It's this big orange thing right here. The sun is almost 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit on its surface. It'll be a little warm for us, so it's definitely going to be the sun. Make sure that you use this whole PowerPoint presentation in order to help you with any of your other activities that you have in science today, and make sure you re-listen to it so you can get all of your notes copied down.